Alright, I'm ready for the day, but I definitely have to shave. So, I think I'm good. Time to get some coffee before I go to work. So, I want to talk about a couple things. Look at this. First of all, look at this mug. How amazing is that mug? This was actually supposed to be over here, so you're not actually going to be able to get this mug. But if you go to church merch, you can actually get it so that it's on the side the correct way it was supposed to be intended. That being said, I want to talk a little bit about the Orlando shooting that had happened. And I'll be honest, I'm not going to talk about the controversy of the NRA and homosexuality and all that stuff. I could go into that realm, but that really isn't my strength. For me personally, one of the big things that I've really struggled with in hearing a lot of people talk about this, and I haven't given my input, I haven't really had any kind of conversation, but the difficulty with this, whether it's political or social, the people that are in my life, my friends, my family, is that I feel like when it comes down to hot topic issues, we're not actually listening to each other. And I've talked about this previously on the vlog with communication in marriage, where a lot of times we're talking at people and we have these strong beliefs. And if I could change one thing in the world, one change for politics, one change for just life in general, that I think would actually make the world better, there's probably better ideas for this, but for me, the one thing if I could change truly well is if you have an argument with someone, you have to fully understand their point of view before you start an argument with someone else. Doesn't mean you have to agree with them, but you have to fully understand where they're coming from. For me, I work with a lot of people that have a criminal history. They're actively engaged in the legal system. They are struggling with substance use. And when I was growing up, it was alcohol and drugs are bad. I'm not here to declare that you should go use any of those things. But I will say this, that there is an entire story behind what is happening to the people. Now, I'll be honest, it's a choice that you make regardless of your situation that you've had, but they are people too. And I'm not here to endorse, I'm not here to support either side of the conversation. But what I will say is that people don't understand other people. They don't take the time to sit down and understand what others are having to say. Social media is the epitome of this. I'm going to send out tweets, you clearly did this wrong, even though they are misinterpreting what is being said. And when it's explained to them, you're like, oh, okay, you're right, who cares? Even though that person that's been struggling with something that has been said that's incorrect, they spend hours and hours on that just to be able to say, no, here's what I was saying, this is what's correct. That person sends one tweet out, you invest 6 or 7 hours on what they were trying to say and how they're incorrect, and sending them link and then explanation and then another tweets and on top of that. And they're like, oh, okay, you must be right, I just misunderstood. And it's this mentality that we want to be understood, so we are going to be very passionate about this. We're going to get to the point of yelling and name calling and cursing, but we're not really hearing what they're saying in that conversation. Again, it's not about who's right, it's not about who's wrong, and with my Christian belief, I believe there is a correct answer, but why is it that we are not willing to understand their side of the view? And this is for anybody, not even people within my faith. And so, what if we could truly understand the other people? And this has been something that I've had to do within my marriage and with my job, and even just with myself as a person, is to understand other people. So, next time you want to have debate with someone, which would be great, when you realize that you're getting upset about it, what if you just tried to fully understand what the other person had to say? And maybe that's just asking them a ton of questions without actually sharing what your thoughts are. You don't have to wholesale adopt it. You don't even have to tell them that you agree with it. Why don't you just understand where they're coming from? And as soon as you understand where they're coming from, maybe they'll ask you where you're coming from, and you can share your side of things. This has actually helped me understand myself and others that much better. It's actually helped me understand my faith that much better, and helped me come to a point where I truly just want to be who I am in the midst of everything. I've got to go to work, guys. One of the things that's happening a lot is I have to cook my own food, which means tonight we're having Salisbury steak. But not like my wife makes, it's luscious and delicious and completely handcrafted. No, I'm going for out of the box, because that's how I do it. At least I'm getting protein and vegetables. I go for vegetables too. It's true, I am... Just kidding. That really could not have been timed more perfectly, and yet it was totally an accident. Apparently there's stuff on the burner, but Salisbury steak's going. We're gonna get it. It's gonna be delicious. We're not gonna be eating Little Caesars pizza all night. That is not gonna happen. Here's to some good food. I'm taking an exam right now for my counseling licensure. It's a jurisprudence where you read every single law that you may ever interact with. It's really stressful. I've been at this for 4 hours now. 3 last night. I couldn't see straight, so I picked up here today. An hour. I have to be in work in 10 minutes. I have to leave. I think I'm ready to submit it. It's one of those, I have such test anxiety sometimes. It's one of those things where I'm going to second guess myself, so I just need to do it. Every question's been answered, 45 questions, 4 hours to do that. Here we go. Dun dun dun. End this exam. Hey, I passed. Good. Good night. So that was a lot of stress, to the point that this was the only barrier besides needing to pay for my licensure. At this point, all I have to do is fill out an application, and I have everything I need to complete this licensure. Oh, that's a weight off my shoulders. I'm done. Officially allowed to apply for licensed professional counselor. At this point, just so you guys know, and this is verbiage, but it could get me arrested, is that I was only allowed to identify myself as a licensed professional counselor candidate. I couldn't say I was an LPC. So now I have the ability to apply for the credentials, and once I get those in a week or in a month, I'll have all that completed. Awesome. So I'm going to end with one more thing, because it was a surprise to me right before I started editing this podcast. My son, my youngest, is now walking. So let me show you a little video clip while they're over at my wife's parents' house, and he's loving the fact that he is walking. So enjoy.